Hey, yo, watch out. Gameplay by my boy Nerda. Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy AMJ here, giving you guys my honest opinion over Infinite Warfare based off the beta. Now, again, this is the beta, so it's not the full version of the game, obviously, but there's been a lot of things being said about the beta so far that I heavily disagree with that I would like to talk about. Now, you guys, I know in the beginning that I said that the beta was going to be bad and the game was going to be bad and I would never touch it, it's a plague. But I also said that some things are actually better playing than they are watching. And this happens to be one of those instances where this game was a lot better played than it was watched. Because looking at the game, it didn't look like it would be that amazing, but actually playing it was a completely different experience. It all 180 for me. So with that being said, let's talk a little bit about it. Now, one thing that I did like about the beta was the fact that all the guns are balanced. I'd like to say that I don't think they should touch anything whatsoever, leave everything alone. I think about the only gun that needs any change in its stats is probably the Type A2. That's only because it feels weaker than everything else. I didn't really like the Type because it felt like it wasn't doing anything, like it was shooting peas at people. So with that being said, that's about the only weapon I really have any complaint over. Everything else was perfectly fine to me. And with that being said, I think that they should just keep everything there. Don't touch it. No patches, buffs, nerfs, none of that. Leave all the guns alone. Just keep them where they're at. Ignore the community is saying, because a lot of people cry a whole lot. I love the maps being 3-lane maps were like a really great idea, and they still have that Infinity Ward kind of feel, you know, the randomness of Infinity Ward. I kind of like it. And with that being said, it's still there. It didn't go anywhere, and I really like the way the maps were constructed. A lot of people felt like the jumping might have been an issue, including myself, that being the primary reason I really wasn't going to like this game. But the jumping isn't even that much of a problem. It's not as common as you believe. The running on the wall thing is a little bit more difficult to achieve, in my opinion. And with that being said, it's not frequent. It's not as frequent as you would have expected it to be, especially coming from Black Ops 3. So I think the maps were dope. Again, not a lot of jumping. The specials returned, and there's some that seem copy-paste, like the Scythe from Black Ops 3, the Annihilator from Black Ops 3. There's one that reminds me of the Tempest from Black Ops 3. It doesn't shoot like electricity or anything, but it kind of acts like the Tempest. And with that being said, you know, it seems like there's like a little bit of a redundancy going on, and I don't really want that too much, but they're not bad. And actually, they're a lot more fun than they were in Black Ops 3, so I can't even really complain about them. But I think the only special that really just pisses me off is it's like a riot shield, and it just goes across the map really fast, and anything in front of it just destroys. It's really hard to evade it, and it's really hard to kill it. There's really not too many cons or things I could complain about as far as this game goes. I think about the only complaint that I really just have is kind of the perk system. The perks really don't seem to be that effective. It seems like it's more based on your gun. Like, you can really do without perks, and even then, some of the perks are actually just ripoffs of the gun. There's this one perk where when an enemy attacks you, it will outline the target red for you, but there's also a sight that already does that for you. It's like, why? You don't even need that perk. Like, that's just like, that's useless. So with that being said, there's a lot of repetition in some areas, but regardless of that, it's a really dope game. There's really not much room to complain. But somehow the community did it anyways. Let's start with the fact that they think that snipers are overpowered. This is ridiculous to me. I think this is ridiculous because doesn't it seem like every single Call of Duty that comes out, that is the first thing y'all hop to complain about? Why? There's really nothing wrong with the snipers. It's chest level up, just like it was in Black Ops 3, and the only difference is in sniping is that there's aim assist in this one. There's really not that much of a difference. The bolts in Black Ops 3 were a lot faster than they are in this one, and you know what I noticed about Black Ops 3? While you're sitting here complaining about the sniping, you guys complain about the snipers until you got what you want. We had no aim assist, we were crippled, and what did you guys start doing? You started jumping everywhere. But whenever snipers became not the issue, right, then you guys start complaining about the shotguns. Whenever the shotguns were not the issue anymore, then you went to the submachine guns. Oh, the Vesper is this, the VMP is that. When it all boils down to it, the sniper is supposed to be a one-shot kill weapon. You want to know what snipers do to you in real life? They pull your limbs off. They come smooth off. Bare 50 cal hits you in your arm, it's gone. There is no arm. What arm are you talking about? Bye. Rip. No arm. People have said like, oh, this is just a beta. The other one's response is just like, oh no, it's not a beta. The game is over. This is the game. This is the... They may not be able to make heavy changes, but they can make slight changes. Like in the kill streaks, another thing I can admit about the game is the kill streaks aren't really all that well. And one gameplay that I got myself, which I will be uploading after the beta is actually over, there was a GI unit looking thingy. I don't remember the name of it specifically, but it's more like a GI unit than anything I could actually relate it to. And it only got 3 kills, and it was a really hard kill streak to achieve. So it's just like, I can admit that some of them need to be buffed, and I'm pretty sure that would be easy, or probably even come out in the first update. If you guys recall Black Ops 3, recall correctly, they had an update about a week after the game came out, a week, 2 weeks, something like that, and they patched some things and things of this nature. Like, it's not going to be that big of a deal, and that's the problem with the Call of Duty community. What I'm getting sick of is everybody trying to compare. I like to state, I'm sorry, right? I already said that earlier. I messed up by trying to judge a game before it came out. I apologize. I was wrong for it. But some people are so like stuck in their ways that they're not willing to admit that they were wrong. I was wrong. I can admit that I was wrong. And so what people are doing now is they're comparing it. One thing I can say about myself is when I was disagreeing with IW, I never compared it to another game. It was just the fact that I was sick of the jumping. That's it. I'm tired of flying everywhere. So people are trying to compare it to, oh, it looks like Halo, it looks like this, it looks like that. Just enjoy the game. The game is dope. It's not like the game is so bad it's just terrible, or the snipers are so strong you simply can't stop. My boy Nerda, he's dropped 5 De-Atomizers. Come on now. The snipers are not really just doing it like y'all are thinking it, or everyone would be using them, and pub stoppers getting gameplays with those. They're not that strong. Y'all just complain entirely way too much. There's nothing wrong with the snipers. There's nothing wrong with the game. Sometimes it's just you. One of my favorite commentators, Birdman, once said that there was no maps on there that were like Black Ops 1 or anything of this nature. There's never going to be. That is such a bad point to make. Now, this is no disrespect to him, right? This is, again, my favorite commentator. I watch him every day. Like, he's dope, and I still love him to death. I just disagree with that one point. It's just like, you know, you're never going to go that way. There's never going to be a map like the maps in Black Ops 1. That's done. You know what I'm saying? They're all great, and there's still more to come. These are different maps from a different way of playing the game. They're not going to be like they were back in the day. And it sucks, and I don't like it either, but that's just what it is. And so just learn to enjoy what you have instead of trying to compare it to everything else. This isn't even the same realm of Call of Duty anymore. Every game is going to have its pros and cons. While I am sitting here defending Infinite Warfare, I still cannot stand the jumping. Regardless of if it's practical or if it's common or whatever, I just don't like it. And with that being said, nothing is ever just going to be perfect. You can never be 1000% satisfied. Some things are just meant to be taken for what it is, because what's going to happen, right? You're going to have people doing things like best class setup videos, which causes the community to complain that guns are overpowered. You're going to have people who are going to try to make a strike like White Boy 7th Street did against the crypto keys in the black market blackout, and just attacking the game, and it's irritating. All right, it's like, here it is, they've shown us that they are a lot better than what we gave them credit for. Again, I'm admitting this, right? This is coming from the person who was so against this in Battlefield 1, and now I'm sitting here saying like IW's not that bad. I can admit I was wrong, and that's what I think we just need to do. This game looks like it can pave a path for new content creators, for new commentators, new snipers. This is like all around dope. This is an avenue for everyone to branch with something new and actually gain from it. So I don't understand what the issue with the game is. There's really nothing that wrong with the game. A lot of people want to talk about the servers. That was Lizard Squad. They tweeted out multiple times that they were responsible for it, and IW did the best that they could. Meanwhile, you had people like TapX, Arker, or Arcer, or Acer, I forgot the dude's name, right? But he was saying like, oh, we didn't like their movement system, we didn't like the game looks, and la da da da. We give IW a chance, and y'all messed up. No, nobody gave IW a chance. Nobody did. Not even me. There was no mercy on IW, right? I think the only person I actually saw give IW a chance was Hollow Point, and I think his name was 402 Thunder. I think those are the only two people I actually seen being light and trying to say, yo, like, yo, let's give it a chance before we start judging it. Those are only two YouTubers I actually saw do that. And so with that being said, no, the community was merciless on IW. So no one gave it a chance. And the people that I hate about that, the same people claiming that they don't like the game are playing the game. They're playing it like crazy. They're not stopping playing the game. See, it's not like they didn't like it at first and their mind was changed. No, they didn't like it, and now they're playing it, and they didn't like it, but then they're still playing it. What? That doesn't make any sense. If the game is bad, then let it be bad and leave it alone, right? So I don't want to go on forever, make this video like 30 minutes long, because I could really mess around and do that. I'm just going to sum it by saying that the game is not bad. It's actually really fun. I definitely believe that it's worth it. This is coming from a person who originally did not like the game and was not fond of it coming out at all. So with that being said, you guys, this has been your boy AMJ. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, and definitely subscribe. And I'm out, guys. Peace.